all this week there's been a lot going on. I don't know if you guys heard about the op-ed that was written in the New York Times by somebody in the Trump administration. Oh boy. So somebody wrote an opinion piece and the New York Times published it, and this person is a part of the Trump administration. So all week everybody's been coming out and saying it wasn't me. Like 20-something people that are part of his administration came out and said, look, it wasn't me. Will roll. The person said that they are a part of a popular resistance that's within his administration. So shout out to them, whoever they are, for saying what they said.
Most definitely.
Basically, a few of the things that they were saying is that, he's got this notion, and everyone knows this already, that the press is the enemy of the people. There's literally no telling whether he might change his mind from 1 minute to the next. The erratic behavior would be more concerning if it weren't for unsung heroes in and around the White House. The person went in, basically. They're saying everything that we already think about him is true, and it's coming from somebody inside. He's been asking everyone to admit, even his own wife had to come out and say she didn't do it. Kellyanne Conway, everybody has released their statement saying that it wasn't them. He is asking Jeff Sessions, who he also called an ignorant Southerner.
Oh, really? He said that about Jeff?
Yeah, he did.
I heard that. Yeah, I did hear something about what he said.
He asked him to investigate this, but there's nothing criminal about what this person did. So, Trumpy, you need to just get over it.
Wow.
They even told about how he's handling the whole Russia situation. It's just a mess in the whole thing.
You know what's crazy? It's kind of not really on that topic, but we almost going on 2 years with Trump.
Yeah.
It kind of flew by. I ain't even gonna flex,
that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, them 4 years.
Already halfway there, bro.
Right.
Like, that's how long it would take to impeach him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so everybody just need to calm down, bro. Like, it's okay.
Let them do what they gotta do.
I was even thinking, like, anyway, like, he really wouldn't have been able to do much in 4 years.
That's what
as far as change and stuff, because.
Thank you.
I don't think when Obama was in office, I don't think shit started changing until his last.
Towards the end. And, bro, here's the thing. Reagan, he was worse than Trump.
I mean, I think Trump did so many things that it took a while to get done. And, in his 8 years, Trump has tried to just reverse all of it.
Right. But I'm saying
he's gonna spend so much time trying to do that.
Yeah, he's spending so much time, and then by the time he down there get to do it,
that's
right.
That's it.
So,
that's very true.
Pretty much.
I think Trump, he didn't rile a lot of people up.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about him a lot, and he the first president that was able to really take advantage of social media.
Yeah, that's very
Obama's
true.
was the first family, but Trump, they knew how to work social media by the time he got in the office. So
and that's real.
He just getting under our skin, and I'm sure George Bush and all them or them other presidents, if they had Twitter and social media,
it would have been the same.
I don't know.
I agree.
Because honestly, I don't think Trump is the one tweeting it. I think some a
younger person. He has like an intern or somebody there.
I think he's saying it.
I think when it comes to like policy and agenda, there's a more professional way than to go on Twitter and discuss things.
Right. Yeah. But
national
I think he's
security.
Still trying to connect. Because I feel like the older people, older white people, they want to try to connect with these younger people. And social media is how they gonna connect with these younger people. These younger people, they're not watching the news.
Yep.
They're not even watching TV. We're not watching commercials.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, we watching on demand stuff. What we want to watch, we picking what we want to watch.
Yeah.
They know we on social media, so they gonna attack social media.
Put it on your feed.
They gonna go right to where we at. You gotta go to where they at, and you gotta kind of act like them in a sense.
And it worked. And then honestly, man, I think with Trump, that he's just more overt about it, so people feel like more afraid.
If you ever you remember The Sopranos?
Yeah, I watched.
That's what his thing is. They're running it like The Sopranos. Like if you have to pledge this oath of loyalty, you cannot speak against him. The person that wrote the op-ed actually said that he'll have a policy or something that he needs to sign on his desk. They literally have to snatch it off his desk because if they don't, no one can reason with him. He'll say yes. The next day he'll say no.
Wow.
It's like they're trying so hard to save this country. Mike Pence is saying that whoever it is needs to resign. But no, they're a part of the secret resistance inside the Trump administration. Shout out to them. I hope that they continue to do it.
And it took some guts, man.
And it took some guts. And I hope they don't resign.
But it's crazy again because I think people are like overreacting just a little bit because with Trump, I think that Trump has the same views as all the other presidents. It's just that, like what Jay Black referenced to, that he utilized social media. So that's pretty much all what it is. And then from seeing that, you just feel more in fear because now you see how politicians really feel about you. And you see how Americans really feel about you too. So, well, racist Americans. So
right. Yeah. Also, something came out this week, considering what's going on with that person. Bob Woodward. He is a writer. He wrote for the New York Times or the Washington Post. I'm sorry, for years and years and years. And he wrote a book. And he said some of the quotes that came out of his mouth are crazy. One of them was what I said about Jeff Sessions, that he's a dumb Southerner and he speaks ignorant. John Kelly called the president an idiot. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis told to kill Russian-backed president and his entourage.
These people are wild.
Yo, they're wildin'.
Yeah.
They are seriously wildin'.
These people are like grown kids. If
right.
you really think about
when
it.
You
like,
get
they
a
try
chance,
to bash each other's
Google
name.
some of the things that were said in that.
This is wild.
Yeah.
This is wild. Oh, he said, let's kill him. I see it right there.
Yeah.
Let's bleep and kill him. Wow. It's like that. Okay.
This is crazy. This is what goes on behind the scenes.
So, Kym, what advice would you have to people that have the ability to vote right now, but they're, kind of on the line about it?
No, just vote.
Especially after seeing this.
I mean, come on, y'all.
Research.
I mean, I'm not even saying, vote Republican, vote Democrat. Put yourself on there if you think that you can do a better job, but just vote. You know what I mean? I think that people are saying like the strategy that we used last time didn't work because we just said instead of choosing the lesser of two evils, we just won't vote. That's just not going to work. See what happened? You know what I mean? Yeah. And not to say that Hillary would have been much better, but I think she would have been much better. I mean, I don't think we would have been going through stuff like this. I don't think we would have been having, him being under investigation for paying strippers and all that stuff.
But again, I don't know because Hillary, as you know, with the whole email scandal, that was still going to pop up.
But it already popped up and she was on trial and she didn't get indicted on anything.
Facts.
So
it was sketchy.
How many indictments have come out of the Trump administration?
Trump, and then Trump stuff is...
And Papadopoulos just got convicted. He's going to have to do, 30 days or 2 weeks or something in jail?
And Trump stuff, that's like irregardless of even politics. His stuff is sex, is money stuff. So, I mean, I get that, but I feel like Hillary, if she was elected, we would have been rocked to sleep again. And she probably still would have done the same policies, but it would have been, behind closed doors.
I think with Trump... This Trump shit funny to me because, like he said, all his stuff it got to do with like some wild like sex.
Drugs.
It's just like you always say, like he represent America. He represent the American.
And Obama,
he's a rock star, bro.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Obama's been coming back out to speak up for the Democrats. We haven't heard from him in a while, and I'm glad to see Obama out there because Obama is wowing them again with his swag. Okay, he came out on behalf of all the Democrats that are running and endorsed them. And, just told a little bit about them and who they are and what they're about. Mm-hmm. And I was glad to see him and hear him talk. And one of the guys on the news said it was just so good to see a president come out and speak in complete sentences.
That's real.
That's where we're at right now.
But do you guys feel like Obama, that he failed black people, or he did his thing as president?
I think he did he wasn't the president of black people. He was the president of the United States. Yeah. And something besides racism that we have been dealing with coming out of the Bush administration was classism. And I think he did a lot for people that were disenfranchised in, like, for example, like bank fees. If you overdraft your account, the banks just kept making those fees go up.
Which is crazy.
And Obama's made them stop. Just a lot of different prison reform. Yeah. I mean, just a lot of things that he didn't do that were like blatantly obvious. Yeah. Because he didn't come out and be like, "Yo, I'm doing this for my
like
people,"
Trump.
like Trump does. But he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts.
So, John Kelly, allegedly, according to this book, he said he's an idiot, talking about Trump. It's pointless to try to convince him of anything. He's gone off the rails. We're in crazy town. I don't even know why any of us are here. This is the worst job I ever had. So this is what's going on the, because you think, well, what are they thinking? What are they going through in there? Well, here we go. From the inside, they don't like it. and it's like everybody's afraid to say something.
And it's really the first time that we ever been able to know what's going on inside the White House.
That's facts.
So I mean, a lot of this stuff might have been. It's I'm sure it's been like stuff going on in the White House.
Had to.
But now that we know, we like, dang, it's like this.
Y'all boys are getting down. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy because this is like real life scandal.
Yeah.
Like the whole Olivia Pope
At
stuff.
the end of the day, the White House and government, I still look at it. It's all corporate America.
It's public,
because it's
bro.
a job, it's a business. So the same stuff you deal with in corporate America
It's the
at
same
work
stuff
is
that's
the
going
same
on
stuff
over
that
there.
probably go on in the White
Yeah.
House. Just because they're in the White House don't mean that
It
shit
changes.
is good. You feel me?
Hey, it's
But
still a
this-
job.
It's it's probably a lot of petty stuff going on in
Yep.
there between the people.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
That's facts,
This
bro.
is what Woodward said Trump said about Jeff Sessions. Because he got mad because he recused himself from the Mueller probe. He said he is mentally retarded.
My boy went straight to the point, man.
He's this dumb Southerner. He couldn't even be a one-person country lawyer down in Atlanta. In Alabama, I mean. He couldn't even be a one-person country lawyer down in Alabama.
Wow.
What is wrong with him? Anyway, I don't like Jeff Sessions either, so good. I'm glad he said that.
I don't think these people know how to be diplomats, politicians.
Of course they don't.
Because
They're running it like it's the freaking mob.
Yeah, like you just don't say things like that. Like you always got to be PC at all times, especially as a politician. But as you know, we already know who we're dealing with, who these people are.
Exactly.
So it's nothing new at all.
Exactly.
It's nothing new.